Good morning, motor cars. It is Friday, July 7th, right after Independence Day and all of our celebrations and picnics and whatnot. Birthdays this weekend: Reggie Curry, who is a Toyota valet. Anniversaries: Stephanie Karyatakis, who's in Toyota sales, and also Mac Hogan, who was a former member of the Honda BDC. So happy birthday and happy anniversary, folks. We've added some mirrors to the BDC. I don't know if you can see mine here. They're all attached to our desks now so that we can remember to smile to both internal and external customers. A good idea that we got from Sam Cho, and something I'd heard about originally about 20 years ago. But something that I think that we need to all be mindful of is that when we're in front of customers, whether it's on the phone or face-to-face, it always helps to smile. I'm also pleased to say that our email contact list, which we just updated, is now 66,000 strong. It's hard to believe that was just 1/10 that size 3 years ago. I've also got some facts about the 4th of July and our founding fathers I thought you might find interesting. Our independence was actually declared on July 2nd, 1776, and that's the date that everyone at the time thought would be remembered. Congress approved the final text of our Declaration of Independence on the 4th. It wasn't even signed until August 2nd of 1776. I've also got some interesting things I was able to find out about the Founding Fathers that put them in a slightly different light than the way we think of them or the way we might have learned about them in school. George Washington at the time was known as a famous swearer. There were people that would honestly, if they weren't the subject of his swearing, cluster around just to hear how eloquent and how violent he was about his swearing. In the case of one particular general that went against his orders and retreated when George Washington did not want him to, someone that was observing it said, "He swore that day till the leaves shook on the trees. Charming, delightful. Never have I enjoyed such swearing before or since. Sir, on that memorable day he swore like an angel from heaven." Thomas Jefferson, who wrote our eloquent Declaration of Independence, was actually a quiet man when it came to speaking, and also fumbled his words constantly, especially if he was around women. After he had been in Congress for an entire year, John Adams said that he had never heard Jefferson speak 3 whole sentences together. John Adams liked to pick people apart, and once said of George Washington that he was too illiterate, unread, and unlearned for his status and reputation. Benjamin Franklin, who's always been one of my favorite founding fathers, was a brilliant inventor and a social media maven of his day. He also liked to sit naked in front of an open window for an hour or so every morning, something he called air baths. He apparently wasn't fond of the kind that requires water, which gives you kind of an idea of what he must have been like to stand near for any length of time. James Madison. We didn't really learn much about him when I was in school, but he was president of the country during the Revolutionary War. He also had a stepson who liked to drink and gamble, so much so that Madison spent more than $40,000 at the time paying off his stepchild's debts. That was a huge fortune at the time, and as a result, he didn't leave his wife Dolly any money to live on when he died. And if Congress hadn't bought his papers from his widow, she probably would have starved to death. Alexander Hamilton. Well, see the musical. It's much more entertaining than me, and you can dance to it. Have a great weekend, motor cars.